big companies, Amazon, Google, Twitter. Well, you guys can't see it, but that's okay. I'll explain. Yelp, Twitter, Level Up. These are big companies, and they all have one thing in common. They're all amassing armies of salespeople to sell their digital products and services to local businesses. And the good news for them is that local businesses are eating it up, to the tune of $40 billion by 2015. Now, interestingly, it's not all businesses that are contributing to that spend. It's not half, it's not even a quarter. That's right, just 10% of local businesses will spend $40 billion online in 2015. Now, that might just be an interesting fact for you and me and the judges and the piranhas. But if you are a salesperson, let's say at Level Up, and it's your job to sell to local businesses, it means that most of your calls are with business owners that think the internet is some sort of cruel joke. Put another way, it means that 9 out of 10 of your phone calls are a total waste of your time. And that's why we're building Sidewalk. Sidewalk is an API that enhances local business data with rich social profiles. Let's take a look at an example. This is Ike's Place, a delicious sub shop in San Francisco. I highly recommend you check it out. Now, everyone knows their phone number and their address, but you probably don't know that they're active on social media. They've got a website, they've ran daily deals in the past, and they even have a loyalty rewards program. So if you work for Level Up and you're trying to sell to businesses in the Bay Area, Ike's your guy. He gets it. He's the perfect lead. And all of these brands agree, which is why they and hundreds of others have all signed up for our beta. Again, for the judges, those are companies like Google, Amazon, Yelp, and Twitter. Now we're raising $400K. We've got about half of that committed from a great group of angel investors with ties to Google, Cloud, 500 startups, and we're the right team for the job. We've got Mo, he's our all-around hustler. Between Brandon and myself, we've got over 15 years of engineering experience. I was born and raised in Boston. 2 years ago, we went through Dream Adventures together, where we built a local deal API that's profitable. And just this past summer, we went to 500 startups, where Sidewalk was born. Now, we're really excited about the opportunity. Robert Scoble is as well. He called us the biggest idea of 500 startups. Just let that sink in for a minute. So if you're as excited about the idea as we are, I'd love to answer any of your questions. And thank you very much for taking the time to listen to my pitch.
They've trained you well at 500 startups, clearly. Kudos to Dave. So you're helping people get sold stuff they probably don't want. My question is, how do you get repeatable value out of these APIs? Once a company's used you once, tried selling to a specific target, how do you get repeat usage out of the data API that you're selling to people?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. We've given that some thought. To be honest, our competitors, take a company like Axiom, for example. They're selling really stale data. If you've taken a look at a localese data set, it's a bunch of inaccurate, obsolete listings. And salespeople, that's the status quo. That's what they're working with today. So that is a challenge, and I think it's something that we can address by rotating and cycling leads and making sure that we're exposing high-quality content to sales reps. But honestly, by aggregating sources from all the different social channels, I think we can do 10x better than the status quo.
I have a question from the Piranha pool. The 400K, what are the terms?
Yeah, absolutely. The terms, we've optimized for speed, not valuation. So it's pretty standard. It's a $3 million valuation. It's a $400,000 note with a 15% discount.
Thanks.
Aren't there lots of companies doing this?
Yeah, again, optimizing for vanilla, no surprises.
No, not the investment, what you do. Lots of companies are looking for investments, yes. Six are here.
Good question. All right, so yeah, absolutely. There are people in this space. We're uniquely positioned. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find people that are aggregating local data that expose it in an API that are selling to salespeople.
And is all the data you're getting publicly available in terms of, or do you have some exclusive partnerships with and getting access to data that no one else has?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. So we'll probably be making some partnerships with companies like Factual that are already working with us, and then we'll also be doing a ton of scraping and trying. The bottom line is that companies like Yelp, they want to distribute their content. They just want to do it in ways that works for them. So we've got ties to all the right people and right companies, so we think that we can try to make that work across the board.
besides your beta customers, which include, did you say Groupon, Yelp, Google, and Foursquare? Was Foursquare one?
Foursquare's not on there, but
Okay.
we've got Level Up, Square.
Okay.
What do you need? What do you want?
But besides those, who else would buy your product, and aren't they all going out of business?
Well, I can't speak for them going out of business, but basically, businesses are spending that money online, like I mentioned. And they're spending it in 4 basic categories. Advertising, like Yelp, Facebook ads, things like that. They're spending it on commerce, daily deals like Google Offers or Amazon Local. They're spending on loyalty solutions like Foursquare. There's only going to be so many iPads on the counter, so we want to give the salespeople as much of an edge in closing that sale.
So what's the value of a lead? What's the pricing you're achieving on the API?
The pricing, basically the way we've set it up, it's going to be volume-based, monthly subscription. And we think the sweet spot's somewhere between $1,000 and $10,000 a month. It's just going to be based on volume.
To build a big business, you need a lot of subscriptions.
Sure.
So who sells these deals, your beta customers? How do you reach your customers?
So we think that we can scale through partnerships and direct sales. Like I said, we've already got a lot of interest, and we just got Mo doing most of that selling. We think that we can partner with folks to get the distribution to other companies. And perhaps direct sales might need to be scaled up once we figured out a working model.
Sorry, I'm just running the math.
We want to know where Mo is.
Sure.
Mo's so you're the CTO.
Yeah.
The CEO's not here.
Yep.
But you want us to invest even though we don't know the guy.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Dharmesh likes to invest in people he doesn't know.
That's right.
Well, he passed on us already.
We have smart investors as well.
He passed. No, Dharmesh passed. We can't go back. Bridges have been burned.
I wouldn't have ruined that.
Hey, it's a Shark Tank, right? I mean, there's blood in the water, guys.
That's right.
So
Sum it up.
I'm just troubled by your pricing. So if you're selling at between 1 and 10K, let's say your average price $2,500. To get to $50 million in revenue, you're going to need something in the region of 25,000 customers. Seems like an awful lot of companies.
Do I have time to answer that, or was I saved?
You can go ahead and answer that. No, I can't answer that one, but do it quick.
So that's a really good point. Right now, we're raising a small amount of money to get to our next milestone, which we think is $100 grand a month. Once we get there, I think we can figure out. I think that's a pretty awesome milestone, but we can figure out how to scale up from there.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
All right.
All right.